Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my LinkedIn Lives. I'm Jasmine Navarro, certified wellbeing expert, working with educational institutions and companies, helping them support their family wellbeing challenges. As you know, every week I interview different experts who make a difference. Today, I'm super excited to be interviewing Peter. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Jasmine. How you doing? I don't need to. My name's Peter, and I'm a speaker, and it's fairly obvious.
Thank you so much for coming on. I'm so excited to be interviewing you today. You've been on the Dragon's Den and everything. I mean, well, there's so much that I want to ask you today. But first of all, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
So I am a speaker, and I generally speak about business skills to people who maybe don't get on so well in the normal learning environment, like me, because I'm dyslexic. And as soon as the text goes up and the person's chattering away, my brain switches off and I'm looking out the window. And so I can't really get on in those environments. I provide training for entrepreneurs who are looking to master key skills. And of course, the one I'm most famous for is pitching because of my Dragon's Den. But I also do team building games and coaching and lots of fun stuff on LinkedIn as well, and some experimental stuff. So that's kind of me. Speaky beat. Yeah.
Amazing. So we've had lots of comments and questions already, actually, about this topic. So you chose today how to pitch anything to anyone. Can you tell us more about that and why you chose it for today?
Because it's easy. When I went on Dragon's Den, nobody trained me. I had no one told me, go, Pete, this is how you pitch, you do this, you do this. And it's so simple. And when I had to go and speak to people, I said, had to go, but after Dragon's Den said, oh, we'll have him come to our conference and speak. I started telling people how to pitch. And it's so straightforward. How you actually pitch something is easy. So I thought we've got 20 minutes or so together today. I'll teach you. Any of you guys who are here, if you stick with us for the next 20 minutes time, you'll know how to pitch anything to anyone. We'll teach you. It's easy.
Wow, that sounds brilliant. So where do we start then? And I love, by the way, I love what you said, that it's simple, because I do think we can really overcomplicate things, can't we? And most things actually are simple. Yeah.
I mean, this is the thing. You can read books about pitching that are like that thick. Well, I can't because I'm dyslexic, but you can do it. You clever people, and they're this, and you just think, no, let's start with real basics. Real basics. If you do the real basics, you're there. So I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you a tip, and then I'm going to show you how you prepare. Okay.
Oh, amazing.
So tip number one. I promise I'm not joking, Jasmine, when I give you this, because people go, "Oh, Pete, seriously? Why are you telling us this?" The first tip of pitching: turn up on time and know what you're going to say. And that's true of any performance. I don't care what it is. First, make sure you go to the right place at the right time and know what you're going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds silly. I've seen speakers get that wrong, and it doesn't matter what they do at that point. So if you're going to pitch, just make sure you know where you're going and get there on time, know what you're going to say. So silly bit.
Definitely. Well, that helps with nerves and everything. Instead of trying to find the place the last second, that's the worst thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and nerves are into. I won't talk necessarily about nerves. That's Jasmine, that is your specialism. You know well, but generally, don't worry about it. Go and pitch. And most people are pitching with nerves. Yeah, that's not a problem. It's like saying I'm hungry. Doesn't matter. I'm hungry. I'm cold. Doesn't matter. No one will see your nerves and know that pretty much most people you've seen pitch, we're nervous, but you can't see nerves. So you're nervous. You should be nervous. You're standing in front of a group of strangers on your own. That's nervous. So nerves, if you're not nervous, that's weird. So nerves, go for it, you know.
Okay, so be nervous, yeah.
And obviously don't I'm not saying that. Don't worry about it. Okay, so this is how you do it.
Yeah.
A pitch succeeds or fails long before you get on that stage. It fails because you didn't ask two questions. This is how you pitch. The first question you need to ask, which I'll put over here, is what do you want? You see, a pitch is the reason you pitch is you're trying to influence someone. You're trying to get someone to do or think something. So you have to define in your mind, what is it I want the audience, the person, the group, the customer, whoever, what do I want them to do or think? And you have that in mind. Most people kind of get that. And the more well-defined you are on that, the more likely you are to succeed. And then you come to the second question, which very few people ask. What do the audience want? Now, a pitch that succeeds is where these two overlap. So ideally, they overlap beautifully. So it's like, for example, I have this wonderful chocolate cake I'd like to sell you. Oh, and you're hungry and love chocolate cake. And so what I want and what you want marry. And that's pretty much it. If you think of a time when you pitched and the pitch went badly, it's because these two things were too far apart, or you didn't know what this was, or you hadn't defined this. You know, if I'm trying to sell, I'm trying to sell you this car, you don't have a driving license, you're not interested. It doesn't matter how great my pitch is going to be. So the thing that you will do in preparation, overlap what you want and what the audience want. And if they don't overlap, probably don't bother pitching. It's not going to end well. Pitch in the overlap. That's your preparation. How does that sound, Jasmine?
No, I love that. I love that. When you say, what do you want? So for example, what's an example answer? Like, how clear does that need to be?
So there's 3 types of pitch that you're very likely to do.
Okay.
So the pitch that we do most often is the elevator pitch. So we go to networking and stand up and tell us who you are. And in that environment, what you want is you want people to come and talk to you, because that's what you're doing. So you want someone to go, hey, I like the sound of this person, I want to go and talk to them. So in an elevator pitch, a networking event, what do you want? You want people to come and talk to you. So you make your pitch so people will come and talk to you. In an investment pitch, so a Dragon's Den style pitch.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on.
No, Jasmine, you had a question there. What was it?
Well, no, because I was going to say, so if you're saying, what do I want? So it would be for people to come and talk to me. I see what you mean. What do you want at that moment? Okay.
What is a pitch? Is a live form of communication designed to influence. That's what's the definition of a pitch? A pitch is a live form of communication designed to influence.
Wow.
That's what a pitch is.
Okay.
So you're doing the live bit, fantastic. You're there to influence people. So in a 30-second elevator pitch, you want people to come and talk to you. In an investment pitch, you want investment, their time, money, or efforts. In a sales pitch, you want that customer to buy from you or making further inquiry. So you must understand, for a pitch to work, a pitch, again, a live message designed to influence. What are you trying to influence that person to do or think? And unless you know that, your pitch won't work because you don't know why you're doing it.
Oh God, that's so true. That's so profound, actually, Peter.
That's not profound, Jasmine. That's not profound. Easy. You knew this.
No, I didn't. It's so simple, and it's because I'm always thinking further beyond that, and I think no, just think about this now, this moment. So I love that. I absolutely love that.
Yeah. If you want to create a message that's going to endure, make an advert. That's the difference. The difference between a pitch and an advert. Pitch is delivered live. Advert is recorded. If you want to create a long-term impact with your clients, advert. But a pitch is something where you're trying to get a response immediately. And do you know what? If you don't get a response in the moment, you're not going to get a response a week later when they've pondered more. They'll have forgotten you. So a pitch is about getting a response in the moment if you can, or immediately after you've pitched.
No, I love it. And what were you going to say about Dragon's Den? You can tell us a bit about that as well. I know the.
You want to hear about Dragon? What do you want to hear about Dragon's Den, Jasmine?
Well, because you were just about to mention it, because you said about the elevator pitch, and then you said, but the pitch, Dragon's Den. So
with Dragon's Den, I had to ask these 2 questions. Okay, so any of you think about going on Dragon's Den, I'm now about to reveal how you crack Dragon's Den. So this is how you do it. So Dragon's Den, what do I want? Well, I want the offer of investments because it will be good for my brand. So I've got that. What do the dragons want? So I'm going to pause for a second. What do you think the dragons want in Dragon's Den? Because I'll tell you, a lot of you are thinking, well, they want to make money. No, they don't.
Make a difference.
No, that's not what they want either. Well, maybe some of them do, but no, that's not what they're looking for. What they're looking for, and you watch Dragon's Den now, you will see it and go, oh yeah, he's right. They're looking for brands that align with their brand values. So, for example, if you've got a dragon, he's a tech genius and all that innovation, he's going to back the guys who come along with innovation. If you've got someone who's very much about, I don't know, improving the community, they'll back those kind of social businesses. When you look at them, they're backing businesses that align with their values to make them look good, because they're on TV. They know this. So they're not going to invest in the businesses that necessarily are going to make the most money, unless that's part of their brand. Money making might be part of their brand. They invest in businesses that make them look good. So if you're going on Dragon's Den, all you need to do is research your 5 dragons, work out what their brand values are, and pitch to them. That's how you do it. That's what I do.
Oh, brilliant. Amazing. Amazing. Simple research, goes a long way.
So if you watch my Dragon's Den video, you'll notice I knew Deborah Meaden. I was pitching a cat product. I know Deborah Meaden's cat's name.
Yes. Yes. I saw that. I thought, very good. Very good. You know what? That could have been the thing that, like, she could have been thinking. And then when you said that, that could have been the final. You just, yeah, brilliant. We've got a question here from Karen. Hi, Karen. Thanks for joining us. She says, what are the key psychological triggers that make a pitch irresistible?
Okay, so there are three. There are three, and you only need to trigger in one of them. So when someone is being pitched to, and I'm going to use this pitch as in a commercial environment, there are three things that they'll invest in. One is, and they all begin with P. So the first is the pitch itself. So someone who's confidently and fluently presenting themselves. An investor can be picked, or an audience can be picked up in the moment. This pitch sounds so good. It's great. It's a wonderful experience. It's engendering trust, and I feel confident, and all the wonderful emotions. So it can be because you've got a really good pitch. The least important. The next important thing is the product or service. So the pitch might not be so brilliant, but the product or service is so wonderful. It's so beautiful. It's so transformational. It's so valuable. So the product or service is enough. And the third, that's the most important of the P's, so it might be the pitch, might be the person, might be the product, it's the person pitching. And very often, the pitch may not be so brilliant, the product might be okay, but the person, they feel this is someone I can work with, someone I can engage with, because we are surrounded, dating, for example, dating's pitching. How do we choose our life partner? We don't do it because they're rich or they're smooth. We choose them because we like them as people, and that's
people.
So to answer your question, you focus on building a trigger into one of those. Either you've got a beautiful pitch, a beautiful product or service, or you can present yourself as a beautiful, valuable person, and you trigger on one of those. Lead with your strength on one of those three. Ideally, cover them all, but you'll find that they'll engage with one of those, and it's usually that last one. Usually.
The person. We're talking about Dragon's Den here, or are you talking about any pitch?
I'm talking about dating. I use these techniques on my cat. When if I want my cat to do something, I use exactly the same methods. I have to deliver a pitch. They have to respect me as a person, and I have to say to them, look, this is a really good food. Eat it. Eat it. It's good quality. Exactly the same thing.
But do you think that's true though? Being likable, is that enough?
It's a question of whether
you need a bit of everything.
Generally, okay, so we're getting So generally, as human beings, we don't make decisions up here. So when we make choices, when we choose what we're going to buy into or invest into, we're logically told we buy things because of cost and benefit. The cost, we want to reduce our cost. We don't. We buy into things because we like them. That's what it is. I mean, look around your home now. Look, the room you're in now. Look around that room. How many of those objects are in that room? How many of those things have you bought just because you like them? Are they the best products for that room? Probably not. Are they the cheap? No, of course they're not. But you like them. And we are emotional beings. We surround ourselves with people and objects that we like. And if we don't, we're kind of weird. So yeah, of course.
I think our body decides, our subconscious decides everything.
Well, you can do it on two. So you've got the things we like on a sensory level. So I like the way it smells, it tastes. Got my coffee here. The way it touches. So we choose things because we like them on a sensory level. And then we choose things in terms of the people on an emotional level, so the feelings. And there's one that is like the top trump. If you get this one in your pitch, and indeed in relationships or friendships, there's just one quality that we love. We seek it out. It's like opium to us when we meet people, and that's trust.
Oh, yeah.
If you get someone to trust you, your pitch is probably going to be fine.
You're right. Yeah. Oh, I love that. We've got another question here from Simon. Hi, Simon. Thanks for joining us. He says, what's the biggest mistake people make when crafting their pitch?
Okay, so I'm going to answer that by showing you how you craft a pitch. So I told you by the end of this, you will know how to pitch anything. So get your pens out. I'm going to run through this, and I will email the outline to anyone.
Amazing. Yes. You have to put your links and that in the post.
Yeah, we'll do that. So the way the mistake's made is you don't do the following. So if you want to pitch something, I'm going to do it in a 30-second pitch. Okay. This is how you pitch anything to anyone.
Okay.
the basic pitch. First thing you say is who you are.
I'm
So
Jasmine.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I'm Jasmine, or you could say that I'm Jasmine Navarro, or I might say I'm Peter the speaker, or whatever. In business, you have two names. So you have I'm Jasmine from, and then you have your business name. So if you're doing a business pitch, you have two names usually.
Right. Okay.
I'm John or I'm Jane from something.
Okay.
And spend if you've got 30 seconds, no one cares what your name is. No one cares. No pitch has ever succeeded.
No.
You're not going to make any mistakes. Second thing you say, and now you've got about maybe use 4 seconds on this, is you say what you do. So just as you introduced myself, you got me to do a pitch earlier on. You said, well, say who you are and what you do. And I said, I'm Pete, I'm the speaker. So you got me to do those first stages here. It's a natural form of communication. So I'd say I deliver innovative business workshops and team games like that. No one cares. Nobody cares.
No, they don't. You're right. Yeah.
The third bit is the main course. This is why a pitch succeeds or fails. You spend most of your time here. Maybe 18 seconds of a 30-second pitch is here. Why is whatever you're pitching awesome? Now remember, there are two things. Awesome. Why is whatever you're pitching awesome, valuable, brilliant, wonderful? And remember, you're pitching to question 2. What do the audience want? So if you know what the audience will find wonderful or brilliant or amazing, you pitch to that. So if I'm delivering a pitch, I might say I successfully pitched on TV's Dragon's Den. Every venue who's ever booked me has rebooked me, and I regularly get the highest praise and feedback from my audiences. Something like that. Something that will speak of my awesomeness, so people might want to come and talk to me. And then probably to answer your question, the thing that's missed, a pitch is a live form of communication designed to influence. And the bit that's missed, people get to that point and sit down. They miss perhaps the most important thing. Tell the audience what you want. So in a 30-second pitch, you'd say, I'd love to talk to you more, especially. I'd love to talk to you more, especially if you book speakers, if you are involved with schools, so I will do that. I will tell the audience, I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to talk to you more, especially if. And there you have a pitch. You say who you are, what you do, why it's awesome, valuable to the audience, and you finish with what you want. Last 7 seconds. And then you add 3 magic words. These are non-negotiable, people. You must do these, or I will come round and I'll do something nasty to your letterbox. So these are the things you must add. Always start your pitch with the word hello. This is a word that tells people your pitch is about to start, or hi if you're informal, or how do you?
Yeah. Hi. Okay.
And always finish with the 2 magic words that say my pitch is ended. In fact, you'll notice when people don't do these to say these 2 words, people go, is it over? Is he finished? Is it? You finish with words, thank you. Or thanks. If you're
wait, how many words does that say? Hello and then
hello
thank you.
and thank you. It's 3 words.
Okay.
I thought thank you was 2. I thought
no, you're right. It's 2 words. Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I think it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, but it is.
No, you're right. It's 2. Yeah.
So your structure of your pitch: hello, say who you are, what you do, why is it awesome to the audience, and then what you want. And in a 30-second pitch, it's I'd like to talk to you more, especially if, and then say thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks. When you say why is it awesome, do you mean why am I credible?
If your audience value credibility, yes. If your audience want to say, if your audience want to, it's what if your audience value credibility, go with credibility. If your audience want to laugh, then maybe that's what you. If I'm pitching myself as a stand-up comic, then my awesomeness comes in the fact that I've done certain gigs. If I'm pitching insurance, then my awesomeness comes in the fact I can lower your premiums. If I'm pitching a cake, my awesomeness comes into try a slice, it's delicious. So it's whatever your awesomeness is to your audience. If it's credibility, fine, but it might not be. I'm really not fussed about credibility if I'm buying insurance. But if I'm looking for someone who's going to be a therapist, credibility is massively high. It all depends on what your audience want. If you know what your audience want, you pitch to that, and that's how you influence someone.
Wow. I love it, Peter. I've learned so much from you in just this time. No, I think brilliant. No, thank you so much for sharing.
I wish someone had told me that 30 years ago, making my life so much easier.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've, I don't know, read things or heard things or seen things, but your pitch about the pitch is just, yeah, I love it. It's just so simple.
Remember the thing, I said I'm dyslexic. I don't handle a whole lot of written stuff. It's got to be simple. And
Well,
do you
it's
know what? Most
blue,
things in
yeah.
life are. They're easy to understand.
Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You've got a question
No,
there.
no, that's fine. The things that are not simple are just not good. I mean, simplicity is, I can't remember the quote, but
Simplicity, I can't even spell the word. No.
one question: what role does body language play in a successful pitch?
So body language. We now move into the next level. So I've talked about structure, and structure
Okay.
is one part of your presentation. So it's
Yeah.
structure, it's everything you write down. And now we come into the next part. So you've got your script written for how you're going to pitch. You now have delivery, and all performances comprise content and delivery. And I've just given you the
Okay.
content.
Yeah.
Body language.
Yeah.
Again, it depends. What signal are you trying to portray? So as long as your body language is there for a reason and you understand what your body language is doing,
Oh
it's
yeah.
absolutely fine. So I have
Conscious.
today, I
Yeah.
brought this along. I'm drinking from this. Now you might think, well, why is Pete drinking from this? For a very simple reason. If I want to go to neutral body language in our conversation, I just hold my cup. And now I don't have to really worry about my body. I'm obviously sat down. What I will say of body language is this. When you're about to pitch, film yourself on your phone and watch it back with the sound off.
Oh, that's
And
good.
you will pick up your body language. Decide what you want to say with it. And it's like any form of communication. Generally, if I have to give you a tip, less is more.
Oh,
So
I love it. There's more. This has been my
generally,
theme
less
for
is
all
more. You
week.
get some people who are
Yeah. This is honestly for the last 2 weeks. This is the message that I keep getting from all sorts of areas in my life. Less
what
is more.
less is more.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I totally
I'm now
believe it.
taking
Well,
a
again, it's
neutral
about
body
being
language.
simple, isn't it? It's the simplicity.
Absolutely. And what I would say is, if you are worried about what do I do with my hands, then holding a prop is very, very useful as a way of being able to anchor yourself,
Like
even
what
if
though?
that's just a pad, a notepad.
Okay. But I don't think people have notepads anymore, do they? I mean, I do. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm old-fashioned now, but if you're
yeah,
holding
me
an
too.
object, and very often
An
you will
object.
have
They might
you
think,
can use
what's
a
on earth
visual
is
aid.
going on? Okay. All right. No, brilliant. Right. Now we are running out of time, and this is so fascinating though. I'm learning so much, Peter, honestly. But before we do go, is there anything else you want to touch on that you think is
Do you want a tip?
important for
Do you want some
today?
tips?
Go on then.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you. I thought, yeah, I came prepared. So I've got 10 tips. But I'm just going to give
Oh,
you. I'll give you two. I'll give you two good tips here.
okay. And we can
Okay.
always do another one. Yeah.
First tip I'm going to give you, because we talked there about body language. Louis, slow down.
Brilliant.
Pitch is almost never delivered too slowly, but it can be delivered really quickly because people get really nervous. They keep going on like this and they can't hear what you're saying. I've never heard a pitch delivered too slowly. So if in doubt, slow down. I've never seen a pitch delivered too slowly. And secondly, getting feedback. So you've written your pitch, you videoed it and looked at your body language, and you read it to a friend or a family member. And I'll tell you what they're going to say. They'll go, that was really good. That sounded so great. Oh, go for it. Because they want you to feel confident and they want you to feel empowered. That's lovely, but it's not
Yeah.
great for improving your pitch. When you
No.
read your pitch to someone, ask this question. Don't say, how was it? They'll tell you you're wonderful. Say, what did you hear? And they can't lie to that question.
Or like, you mean, what's the message?
What did you hear? So what message did you just hear me say? And you said something about, was it, and they can't lie. And then you'll
Yeah.
suddenly realize, oh, my pitch needs rewriting because the message I'm trying to portray is not there. So
Not
ask
clear.
your test audience, what did you hear? They can't then lie.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, I love it. Peter, can you not everything that you said today, but I know you've got it on the back of your card,
Yeah.
the
You
steps.
can have a
Would you
little
be able to
handout.
send?
Yeah, a little handout that's got the how to pitch anything to anyone. So there it is.
Oh yeah,
I'll send it
brilliant.
over
Would
to
you be
you.
able to put something on the post? Well, links to how people can find you on
I'm
the
the only
post.
Peter the speaker. Find me LinkedIn. Come and find me on LinkedIn. I do silly and funny and interesting stuff on LinkedIn and give
Okay.
tips and
But
advice.
those things that you've said, those say hello, those 5
Say
Would you be
hello.
able to
Who are you? What do you want? Why are you awesome? Why is it valuable? And thank you. Yeah, I'll get that to you,
would you be able to
Jasmine.
write that on the post? Because I think that's
Oh, you're asking a dyslexic to write here. Oh, this is not happening.
oh
All
oh
right. Yeah, I will do. Can I do that at the end? Because
yeah,
my
well, yeah,
brain.
not now. Yeah, later. But
Okay.
actually on the post.
In
Yeah.
LinkedIn.
Yeah, on the LinkedIn post.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
here you
problems.
can't because it's StreamYard, but on the actual post. And then if you've got a website, you can put your link there as well, or people can
Yeah,
just
cool.
follow you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, no problems. But if you're doing a pitch, generally my free services, if you send me a little recording, a video of your pitch, I need to know who you're pitching to and what you want, and I'll
Okay.
throw you some tips back. I won't upsell either. I'm going, but now you must use my services.
No.
If
Yeah.
any of your audience you're about to do a pitch, just video it as long as it's not just a few minutes. I'll send
Yeah.
you a couple of tips back, and I promise not to upsell.
No,
So
but that's
if you want to have
brilliant.
that,
That's
yeah,
brilliant.
that's fine. Yeah, feel free.
That's amazing. But even if you, I mean, I can write that on the post, but even write that on the post in case people don't watch the whole video. But send your videos but you don't want to get an hour-long video, do you? It has to be a minimum of like a
I
maximum.
will watch the first 5 minutes and comment. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. No, thank you so much, Peter. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've
You're
really
welcome.
enjoyed our conversation, and thank you everybody for coming in and asking questions. If you have any more questions or comments regarding pitches, Peter is definitely the expert in this field, and please feel free to watch Peter's pitch on the Dragon's Den, which is, I mean, it's the top show, isn't it, in the world?
Yeah, 3 million views. People liked
Yeah.
it. Yeah, they quite liked it. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's all on the post as well. And Peter will put the 5 steps to a great pitch as well on the post. Thank you so much, Peter. And I will see everybody next week. Thanks, Peter. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome.